What is up, YouTube? This is DBZ439 coming at you with a super special deck profile. This time it's Odd Eyes Guardragon with a spicy tech. We're gonna get into what the spicy tech is, but basically I took this to the World Championship Celebration 2019 event, and I managed to get first place. As you can see, I have the envelope, I have the playmat in the background, I have the field center, and it also comes with a score pad, but everyone else gets that. But the main thing I won was the championship and the mat. I did not win those through the raffle. I won those, by making it all the way through Top Cut. But before I get into the video, I'd just like to say thank you so much to everyone who subscribes to the channel, who watches my videos, who likes my videos, who comments on my videos. It really means a lot. It really inspires me to play this game, and I hope I can inspire you in the same way. Before we get onto the deck profile, I just want to show to you that I haven't even opened this, but I like to open this on camera for you guys. So while I'm doing that, let me just go through my matches. So basically there was 4 rounds of Swiss and 2 rounds of Top Cut. I went undefeated, but I did tie. So I only tied in the last round of Swiss, and then I tied in the last round of Swiss, and then in Top Cut I went 2-0. So it's total of 6 rounds, and let's just try to take a look at that. Let me just open the package for you guys too as well, if I can, without damaging it. So let me go through my matchups for a little bit. For the first, actually, you can pretty much, let's try to zoom in. Yeah, kind of trying to focus in on this, but yeah, it's really pretty. I'll probably open the package later, but you can see the cards. It's legit. Also, here's the Monster Reborn. So for the rounds, okay, let's talk about the rounds. First round, I played a Dragunities. Second round, I played, and I won all my matches except for, like I said, the 4th round, which we'll get to. So I played Dragunities round 1, played Chaos Max round 2, played Pendulums round 3. Round 4, I played Cosmo, and I tied with him, but I ended up beating him in round 6. And then in round 5, I played Thunder Dragon Invoked. And again, like everyone has to consider that this is like the ban list that that's going for Worlds. So a lot of the good decks are like neutered, except for like Sky Striker and Salad are pretty much the favorites. But basically, my event had a lot of like Rogue, but I still like Pendulums, and it took me to the top because I had a really spicy tag, really interesting theory going into the build. This is a really unique build. It's still like a Guardragon build, but it has a really spicy tech because obviously you guys know that Chronograph is to 1 and Darkworm is to 1. So I had to cut those engines, right? So the Darkworm engine is 3 Darkworm, 1 Gate, and then 2 Shrine and 1 Foolish. So that's 7 cards. And then on top of that, I had to account for the Chronograph hack, which is another 4 cards. That's 11 cards I had to gut out. So this is a lot different from my previous Odd Eyes builds. But we'll get into like the spicy text that I used to replace it, and it really did help me win the tournament. So without any further ado, let's go on with the main deck. Okay, let's start off with obviously the heart and soul of the deck, and obviously if you guys are a longtime fan of the channel, you guys know that I've been playing this deck since this card dropped in the original legendary decks and legendary dragon decks, and this card is essentially the heart and soul of the deck. You always want to see it, opening hand. You search it with Electromite or you search it with your spell cards. It's just amazing. Being able to recur your boss monster, Odd Eyes Vortex, is insane. Being able to, swarm board is ridiculous. And as a side note, I'm actually really scared for the Megaton promos because all 3 of them hurt this deck. But regardless, I'm happy with what I've accomplished with this deck because, again, I've won, the prize cards. And then I also won the playmat with it. So, I mean, I'm pretty satisfied with this deck. Next for the 3F Pendulum, Odd Eyes Pendulum Monsters, 3 Phantom. Helps you burn for game, which is insane. And then in scale, it lets you pump during either player's turn, so long as the other card in scale is an Odd Eyes, which is usually Arc Pendulum. Persona Dragon, very, very powerful card. A lot of people sleep on it. Not hard runs per turn. So if you have multiple copies, you can use it multiple times. It is once per turn, but it's once per copy. And being able to float with this, with your Hieratic Seal, is always live because you run 3 of it. You don't have to run the 1 brick Goliath or the Aether. And then for the one of Odd Eyes monsters, the one Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon and one Dissolver. This Pendulum Dragon, I usually side it out, but I have to run it just because for the namesake, I can't really call it an Odd Eyes deck if I don't have the OG. But it's still really helpful in scale, being able to pop itself and trigger Arc Pendulum effect. Odd Eyes Dissolver, again, you have to run the one of. In the tournament, I opened it a lot, which was unfortunate, but it helps you go into Vortex directly, and it can help spin like Colossus, for example. So that's really nice, but that's usually what you float with Arc Pendulum. And the only remaining turbo Electromite turbo card that kind of survived the world's ban list that I still run is the Cerberus Engine. Again, I really wish that, Cerberus was a dark so I can banish it off the lore, but you still have to run it because it helps you go into Electromite. And obviously the 2 Jackal, another 1 card negate, inherent. Now here's the spicy tech, guys. Now, again, like, as I told you, I completely gutted the Dark Worm and the Chronograph engine, but I still sided part of the Dark Worm engine. We'll get to that in a little bit. But for the Electromite Turbo card, I run the triple Vector, right? And then I run the triple Rabbit. Now, basically the concept is I don't really normal summon this deck. So if I open Rabbit, I have Electromite. And it's an extremely good bait card. So if you normal it, banish it, summon 2 Vectors, and then Vector is a dark, it's a low scale, it's an LP target, and it's a level 4. It's a dark for Allure, and it's a level 4 for cards like Dweller. So it's an amazing card. So that kind of replaces my Dark Worm part of it, and I can still like Guardragon Wombo combo. And Rescue Rabbit is a 1 card, like, and you can Pendulum Summon Rescue Rabbit because it's level 4. So long as you have a low scale like Persona or Vector, then you can at least Pendulum Summon in rank 4. But like Rescue Rabbit is insane. And I see why Pendulum players don't run it, because when they go into Electromite, they need a turbo card and a normal summon. But I don't really normal summon. So I can even full combo after the Pendulum summon, which is insane. And then again, so this kind of replaces the Dark Worm engine to replace like the Chronograph package. I ran a few hand traps because I ran the 3 Valor and the 2 Ash just because this deck already has a really solid turn 1 board. And going turn 2, it doesn't really have that much interruption. So, again, going into the World Championship, using the ban list, I had to have some type of hand trap just to stop my opponent from playing. Worst case scenario, you can actually Pendulum Summon the Ash Blossom and link up to Triple Burst if you need to do full combo, like the Guardragon combo. And then Valor, I can't Pendulum Summon because it's a level 1, and I don't have a 0 scale. But I guess the Chaos Max matchup, I couldn't game him, but I normal summoned it, and I synced for 8, and I got a Boil Savage, which is insane. Last of monster is 1 Destrudo, your LP target, and helps you synchro. That's it for the monsters. I believe it's 28 monsters, not for the spells, which should be 12. Triple Lore, just to help dig through deck. Really helps unbrick hands. If you see multiple copies of cards, you can get rid of it. Obviously, the Triple Sky Iris, being able to fix your scales and trigger Arc Pendulum is insane. Next up, maybe the best search card ever printed, because it's not Hardwood's Perturb, it's not on the list, and it has a pop effect, so that's really insane. Next, Double Duelist Alliance. Funny enough, the second Duelist Alliance was Odd Eyes Phantasma Dragon, which was in my previous deck profiles, but if you look on the world's ban list, it's banned. My guess is because it's like a manga promo. But it is what it is. Duelist Alliance still came in clutch. And the last left search card is Summer's Art. So again, you can kind of see the concept. You have to see Arc Pendulum in opening hand if you want to have a good game. That's it for the main deck. Let's quickly get on to the extra deck. Double Pinkertops. Again, it's just because, it's on the list as 2. Double Ghost Ogre. Again, just other hand traps. It's good against some matchups. I didn't feel like it was worth maining, but I still have it at 2 in the side. And then, if I know I'm going first, I side in the Dark Worm package. So, 1 Dark Worm, 1 Gate, the 1 Foolish, and the double Shrine. Mathematically speaking, you're going to see the Shrine or the Foolish before you see the Dark Worm. And even if you see the Dark Worm, you can at least normal summon it, because like I said, you don't really have a normal summon in the deck. So I still think it's worth siding if I know I'm going first and I'm going to Wombo combo. I don't agree with siding Call by the Graves, just because if they were to ash something, they'd ash this. And if I had a Call by the Grave, then like it'd be a 1-for-1. But like this is kind of like my ash bait. So like I can still play through it if they take the bait. That's just my theory. And then last of Trios, I own 3 of Traps, the 3 Evenly Match, and the 3 Red Reboot. These cards are ridiculous and really don't need further explaining. That's it for the side, and we're kind of over 10 minutes, so I'll try to wrap this up as quickly as I can. For the extra, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It's mostly like my other builds. The 1 Vortex, best card in the deck, without a doubt. For the XZs, the 2 rank 7s, Flare and Absolute, going for time, being able to float and negate, and special summon from grave is insane. And the 1 rank 4, the best rank 4 in the game, Dweller, he drops us on Salad, they cry. For Synchros, the 1 Hot Red for Agripane, the 1 Boral Savage for Destrudo, and the last 3 are level 7s, 1 Quantum, 1 Meteor Burst, 1 Dragster. These are also for your Destrudo targets, because they can link 7. Yeah, that's it for the Synchros. For the Link monsters, we have the 1 Electromite, obviously it's a 1 in the World's ban list, and even like TCG, OCG ban list. For the Guardragon Engine, the 1 LP, the 1 Agripane, the 1 Triple Burst, the 1 Hyraxia. I cannot tell you how broken this card is. Like, the thing is, sometimes you get such a bad board, you can only Pendulum Summon 2 dragons, and that's one advantage Odd Eyes has over, like, Pendulum Magicians. They're all inherently dragons. So you can just Pendulum Summon 2 dragons, make this, and you have 2 negates. Or technically 3, if you have, like, Arc Pendulum and Scale. You do this, you bounce a card, you get Persona. And if you have Arc and Scale, if they try to kill the Persona, you just get another Persona from deck. So this card is just so free in Odd Eyes in particular. But that's just, you know, my opinion. And the 1 of Borlo Dragon to get over problematic monsters. Alright, YouTube, that does it for the deck profile. Like I said, I really enjoy your guys' enthusiasm for the game. It really inspires me to, you know, work hard and make these videos. So please do your boy a favor, like the video, comment your thoughts and ideas. I love to read them. Subscribe to the channel if you like this content, and because, you know, that really encourages me to, you know, crank out more content. And with that, have a nice day.